What goes up must come down, ladies and gentlemen. The market, is it ready to drop ahead? Our game plan in Forex. Easy peasy, trade real easy in this market. Our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. We're going to talk about the market drop coming ahead. Oh my goodness, is this something unforeseen? As the market looks very interesting, I want to show you what the triple Qs basically look like here, because honestly we were supposed to go up on Friday, whether you realize that or not, but it didn't happen, and I'll explain how I knew that and how I knew we were supposed to go up, even though we haven't. So let's go ahead and take it right to the chart. So this is pretty much a weird day. We pretty much shot up and came down. I mean, if you look at a simple 5-minute chart here of the triple Qs, if you just see just basically the candlesticks, you go up, you go all the way down. Pretty straightforward, but you have to realize what's driving this market. A lot of traders are getting chopped around, and the traders in our room have been really, you see a lot of us here just sort of staying back in cash, taking very light positions, taking it real easy, because right now we're dealing with a chaotic flux. Wow, Mark, I haven't taken the verbal section of my SATs in over 20, 30, 40 years. Why are you using words like that? What are you talking about, Mark? What chaotic flux? Well, in this market, it's not driven just simply by the market grinding up, the market heading down, the market going up, the market heading down. It's being driven by news headlines. And by the news headlines, I mean potentially empty statements. What do I mean by empty statements? Okay. Let's look here. So you see this yellow line here that I have drawn. That's the exponential 8 moving average. Now, ever since March 19th, right over here, we've been underneath that line. We've blipped above it a few times, but we've always closed below it, with the exception of right here, April 5th. We were supposed to go up on April 6th. The market was actually gapped up on April 5th. A lot of you guys probably thought, all right, this is the time where the market's going to reverse. And you know what? I would have said probably 75% of the time you would have been right. But you were wrong on Friday, because we actually gapped down and headed lower. Why were you wrong? Well, it came out when the White House basically threatened China to deal $100 billion worth of more tariffs. And right now, you want to know what's moving the market, ladies and gentlemen? Twitter. Yes, Twitter. TWTR, an extremely low market cap company. Why didn't anybody take out this company yet? The power of this company is phenomenal. Twitter alone, with the tweet going through its service on Friday or Thursday night into Friday from last week, cost the market hundreds of billions of dollars. By the way, Twitter's a $21 billion company. Don't you find that ironic? Talk about the little guy. So we were actually supposed to gap up. We were actually gapped up Thursday after hours. Everything was looking good. And then the tweet comes out about the Chinese tariffs, potential trade war, and we fell down hard. Then if you watch the Newsbeat show yesterday, I didn't really have conviction going into today, and I pretty much thought we were going to close in the middle of the range of Friday, if you remember, and it actually looked like I was going to be wrong early on with that prediction, because we started shooting up, and right at the end of the day, we came right back down, and we were stuck pretty much in the middle of Friday's range. This is a market in which you cannot control. Now, Mark, when was I ever able to control the market? We control the market all the time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying we're bigger than the market, but we can control ourselves for when the market is going to move. Look how many Q and spider bottoms we've had recently, calling dead bottoms in the market at the dead bottom of within 1% of the day lows range. I'm not talking about 1% of the stock. I'm talking about 1% of the range. So if you have a $3 range, you're buying, within 30 cents off the day lows, like, or 3 cents off the day lows in that case, like literally right in the bottom end of the range. But what's happening here? Now it all of a sudden became a little more difficult. Trade less. It's that simple. I'm coming in this market. I am not embarrassed to say I made $200 and change today. Really. That's it. Yes. I've had 2 back-to-back 7-figure years. From 2016 to 2017. We're in 2018. And I'm here telling you I made $200 today, and I'm telling you I'm proud of it. Because I did not have conviction in this market today. A lot of the stocks were not setting up the way I needed it to set up. I think one of the most important things that we do in the Newsbeat live room is we literally tell you in the pre-market where conviction is in the market. I never understood when I was a newer trader, and by newer trader, I mean even when I was 7, 8, 9 years experience, I never really understood if a trading day was going to be good or not. I think that was one of the greatest revelations that I've ever experienced. Because it was one of those things where I'd come in and I'd trade and it ended up being a crappy day, and I'm like, oh, it was a crappy trading day. But I had no idea to have that ability to tell ahead of time. I didn't know in the pre-market it was going to be a hard trading day. And it's not whether I made or lost money. I've made good money on crappy trading days. I've lost good money on really good trading days. And I've been everywhere in between. I understand that. But this is a market where people are more comfortable in cash. And why is that good? Well, let's see. When I made my money in I'm talking about the past couple of years, right? When I made my money in 2016, 94% of it was based on long positions. When I made my money in 2017, 93% of it was based on long positions. So the majority of the money I made in those 2 years were based on bullish gains. It's not that I don't like to short. It's just that we're in a bull market. Overall, for the most part, we headed higher. About a little less than 1 out of 10 of my trades were making money to the short side. And that included buying puts. I included buying puts as making money to the short side, by the way, in my statistics. But now all of a sudden we're in a market. I make $200 and I am so proud of myself today. Why? Why am I proud of myself? Aren't there rooms that are going Rambo style on a day like today? Aren't there traders who had very good days by buying when the market shot up early on today? Of course. Aren't there traders who made money shorting after 2 o'clock today when the market was plunging all the way back to day lows? Of course. Certain traders have certain strengths, certain traders have certain weaknesses. I think it's very easy for a lot of people out there to talk about whether you're a trader, whether you're a broadcaster, whether you're a commentator on any website, to come out and look at the market and tell you what happened. Oh, look, we had like a big up day, and look, now there was a huge opportunity to the downside for a down day. And it's very easy to be Captain Hindsight. But I'm not here to be Captain Hindsight. I want to tell you what it was for me to be an actual trader today, and how I actually viewed the market in real time, what I did, and how I capitalized. So why don't we just go right over there? Let me show you the one trade I did. Let me show you the one trade I bought Clovis today. Did I buy in the morning? Did I buy, the stock opened up here, hit a low of 56.55. Within, 25 minutes, it jumped $2. I didn't buy there. But let me show you what I did do on Clovis. I'm going to show you something really cool that I did. And this was my only trade of the day. And if you are a member of my room, besides for, the value that I bring from answering technical questions and whatnot, just for today, This was the value. I was buying right over there. I was buying right over there. Slightly above the low of that pullback. And I was buying very light. And what happened? Clovis shot up. By shot up, went up $1.50. Eventually went up a couple bucks. I paid $1.51, let's call it $1.50 for some calls, and they went as high as $2.70, like right over here. When it was right over here, it went to like $1.90 to $2.10. So there were two zones in which I could have made a third of my money, approximately, and just a little, about 90% of my money, let's call it, or 80% of my money. Let's call it that. And that was my whole trade of the day. So where you see that yellow arrow, you have to understand I'm calling that out in real time. I'm saying, all right, I'm watching Clovis here. All right, I'm going to buy some calls here. If this happens, okay, this happened. Okay, guys, I bought here. Here's my average price. You see my print. You see my fill. You see exactly what's happening. That's what that yellow arrow means to me. And the fact that on a day like today, where I didn't give 100 trades, I didn't give 5 trades. I usually give 5, 6, 7 trades, generally speaking. But today I gave 1. It really shows me the discipline of what I'm doing. Because what our traders, what you guys in the room, what you guys listening understand is that when I say I'm buying something, I'm going to be right 7 out of 10 times or greater. So every time you hear through your mic that I am actually purchasing something, you could sit confidently knowing that the majority of the time I am going to be correct. And that's very important to me because it really shows and exudes consistency in real time. We're going to be having a free webinar talking about the course. I believe that's going to be tomorrow. We're going to be talking about things we're going to offer. As I told you guys before, this is my masterpiece. It's going to literally show you how to buy tops and bottoms in the markets. One of the biggest fallacies people don't tell you is how important it is to buy as low as possible, to buy near the bottom end of the range. When I bought Clovis there, that was the bottom end of the range before it popped. When you buy right there, you're going through virtually no pain. Virtually, it's like painless dentistry. This is painless trading. See, the problem with traders and the problem with things that you do is eventually your psychological capital is going to give out. Some people are mentally strong than others. Some are mentally weaker. But the problem is if you buy a stock at $50 and you want to sell out at 51 and your $50 stock goes to 49 and then goes to 51, the majority of you already lost money and were stopped out before it even got there. I can't tell you how important it is to buy at 49. Buying at 49 is what we try to do here. And we do it pretty damn consistently. I didn't buy the day lows of Clovis, but when I bought it, didn't really go that much lower afterwards. Pretty much bottomed out. It was in the bottom end of the range. I'm not boasting. This is a $200 trade. And I don't boast anyway. This is a $200 trade. But on a day like today, you know how many love emails I get? Mark, you helped me stay calm today on a crazy day. My friend lost blah, 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 blah. Not putting down your friend, by the way, when I say that. I've gotten a lot of emails thanking me because there was just one simple trade. Some traders lost a couple hundred today on other names and it said, you know what? You kept me calm. It was cool. It was a good idea that I didn't go crazy and lose a few grand. That is of critical importance right now in this market. When a tweet, when a Chinese president at a conference, when an American president on Twitter can fluctuate the market massively, the technicals start meaning less and less and less and less because it becomes unpredictable. And the truth is, nobody knows how long it takes. Nobody knows when all the good stuff will come. Nobody knows when the good stuff is here how long it will last. Nobody knows when the slow days are here how long it's going to last. I have statistically analyzed my entire career from 1999 all the way till today. I've been trading 19 years as a day trader, not like a floor broker. You know, I love people who come in the day trading market and say they were a floor broker for this many times, and you know, that's great, but or they were a broker on the telephone, and I have a lot of those friends, and then they realize the day trading world is very different when you're trying to buy and sell stock for yourself as opposed to, you know, buying a client and throwing in a market order and buying him a position or her a position. It's a huge difference. And in a market like this, in which I analyzed my day trading career, I have found no statistical evidence of good, slow, bad, fast markets. There is no correlation between time frames. It is cyclical because when news flow is good, when moves are good, they tend to be attached to each other for a certain period of time. In this sort of market, you don't really know how long this is going to last. So what is my secret? How do I know if a market trading day is going to be crappy or not? And I'm not saying there isn't money to be made every day. I'm saying certain money is not worth trying to make every single day. Everybody could look at the 5 stocks that moved the largest percent and talk about what you could have done. Everybody could take those names, show you a video of where they bought and say, look how great I did. But when they won't show you their actual P&L over the past few months because they've taken a lot of these trades and they're actually down money. They'll show you the good stuff. They won't show you the bad stuff. To me, I want to show you everything. I'm going to show you everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty. And I am proud that I was able to call in real time that I was buying Clovis at the bottom of that hour. I know it sounds stupid. I know $200 sounds like not a lot. But on a day like today, to have a little bit of alpha flow consistently without hearing a bunch of mumbo jumbo in your ear all day in terms of, you know, just calling out garbage all day, I'm actually very happy with that. I am. And if anybody told you it's too hard to, you know, buy the bottoms and sell the tops, oh, you don't have to do that. You just have to make money. You just have to catch a move. That's a lie. Don't believe that. Do not believe for 1 second that that's a good idea. 99% of trades, it doesn't ever pay to chase a huge green bar going through day highs. How many of you guys buy through day highs in this market? Let me tell you psychologically why that's a huge mistake. If you have a $50 stock and it goes to 51 and then it goes to 52 and you're like, it's very bullish here. Everybody knows it's bullish there. Here's the problem with it. If you buy it at $52 and it goes to 52 and a quarter at that point and then it drops to 51.50, you're probably already stopped out. Smarter traders are waiting for that pullback to certain support levels to buy there where you're selling. Do not buy day highs in this market. Do not short day lows in this market. It's very easy, and I suffered from this. It's very easy to be that person that looks at a stock and says, oh, this is strong here. Look, it's going through highs. My day high filter, my day low filter. I have a high low filter, and it's literally showing me how strong it is. Look, it's through day highs. Look how strong. Yes. So when you look at that, I want you to think, you know what? Where do I buy this thing? Where do I buy this thing? I looked at Clovis early on. Look to the left of that yellow arrow. I saw it shooting up hard. I knew it was strong. But where did I buy it? The truth is, if I took Clovis and I bought it where I'm going to draw this little red arrow here, and I bought it, for example, right here, I would have been stopped out and I would have lost money. Even though eventually it would have gone up like this. And then what happens is the people who teach you to buy there, the people who teach you to buy at that red arrow, they say, well, you have to sit there and hold it and you have to widen your stop. Because if you ended up holding it there, you would have actually made money in the end. And that's what they tell you. But then what they forget to mention is it actually drops more. And it actually drops more. And you're sitting there thinking, this damn thing doesn't look like it's going to go. And now you're messing yourself up psychologically. Now you're upset, now you're flustered. However, if you bought it where that yellow arrow is, you were calm the entire time. You weren't sweating bullets. You weren't like, oh my goodness, where's this thing going to go? Because it basically just went sideways and up. It didn't drop that much since we bought it. I think it dropped like 25 cents or something stupid from where I bought it in terms of the stock's price. It didn't even blink. The options didn't even blink. And then it just went straight up. Beautiful. Easy. Calm. Relaxing. I have no psychological stress. So believe it or not, I'm going to give you the answer how to have a strong psychology in the market. When you open your positions, you should be up money almost immediately. Almost immediately you should be up money when you buy a position. Am I asking too much? You want to be psychologically strong? You want to be mentally fit? Stop beating yourself up. You want to have a beautiful, perfect nose? Stop having people punch you in the face and break your nose. You want to be able to walk and feel good? Stop having people hit you in the leg with a crowbar. Was it the Nancy Kerrigan? You want to be psychologically fit? Stop getting your ass kicked by opening up positions at bad levels. I used to think this whole psychology thing was some huge thing. Oh my God, how do I get a good psychology? How do I do this? How do I do this? You want to know the number one way to have a good psychology? Be up money when you open up a position. The majority of times. Almost immediately. You buy a stock, you're up money. Almost immediately. That's how you have a good psychology. That's how you go to sleep at night. That's how you become consistent. There's a reason when I walk into all these companies, when I walk into a First New York, or I walk into any of the other big firms out there, that they tell me that my track record is the best they've ever seen in terms of consistency. There's a reason, because I am telling you how to achieve it. You have to be able to buy and be up money right away. How many of you guys open up positions and you're down money immediately? Raise your hand. That was me for a number of years. How many of you guys, you buy a position, you're down money. Ah, shit. Hopefully it comes back. Oh, man, this sucks. Hopefully it comes back. Hopefully. Goes down enough, you'll start remembering who your God is. And then you'll start asking for help where you shouldn't be asking your help from. You are given a brain to help yourself. I am going to teach you how to buy at these bottoms. I'm going to reveal to you algorithmically why my levels just magically work. As you guys joke around in chat that I have like a crystal ball or some voodoo magic and you make that joke all the time. I'm going to teach you how to have that crystal ball or voodoo magic. I'm going to show you literally how to buy near day lows. Or lows of the move, like that yellow arrow you see on the screen. I'm going to teach you how to do that. And I'm going to teach you how to do it in real time. And I'm going to teach you how I analyze the news flow. And I'm going to teach you how to have a healthy brain. You know what these chemtrails and all this garbage around you in the air is doing to you? You know, scientifically, aluminum has been found to make you stupider. You know what one of the big ingredients in chemtrails are? Aluminum. You're inhaling aluminum. Did you know the old Coke cans used to leak aluminum? You like drinking cans of soda? You're leaking aluminum in your body. It's actually making you dumber. And oh boy, Mark, I've drinking hundreds, maybe thousands of cans in my life. Can of beer, can of Coke. The aluminum quality got a little better since 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So it's actually a higher quality aluminum. But I'm going to literally teach you how to detoxify your brain. and remove these things. You take this course and you follow the things in your course, I 110% guarantee you're going to raise your IQ. Forget about becoming a better trader, which you'll do as well. 110% guaranteed to raise your IQ. And there's studies behind it as well. And what I did before these things is I literally took an IQ test before, like 6, 7 months before I started this, and then I took one a year later, year and a half later, and my IQ went up like magic. Just like the studies showed. You cannot afford to not take this class. I cannot emphasize that enough. I don't pitch my products because I rarely release products. But if I'm releasing a product like this, you're damn right I'm going to pitch it. Because I'll put it this way. My wife sucks at math. She's better at me in almost everything else, though. But she sucks at math. She doesn't know anything about the market other than the fact that there's a bell in the beginning and that I have to start at 9:30. That's the only thing she knows about the market, really. She is looking forward to watching this course several times. She wouldn't watch my trendline course, but this course, she's looking forward to watching it several times. Everyone in my family is going to watch it. My friends are going to watch it. My friends already signed up for it. They're not even traders. The type of information that's going to be revealed in this course goes way beyond trading. It just happens to have a side effect that you're going to become a much better consistent trader. And I just really need you guys to understand that. This world is a poisonous, toxic place to live in. It is. There's electromagnetic frequencies which have never been tested on humans before, which are, I mean, if you saw the studies of what it does to your microbiome and things like that, you would be like, oh my God. But here's the bottom line. Nobody's getting rid of their cell phone. You're not going to be cooped up in the mountains somewhere. So where's the balance? Where's the middle ground? How do you protect yourself? What can you do to protect yourself? Do you realize when you actually start protecting yourself from a myriad of these things, you actually become a better trader? It's the most phenomenal thing I've ever learned in my life. It's amazing. I think people are failing at trading from not just factors in trading and poor education, because there's a lot of that garbage out there as well, but they're actually suffering from trading based on their environment. Their environment is probably the number one reason why they are failing. Can you explain to me why doctors, lawyers, engineers, why a lot of these people with top Ivy League degrees are suffering at trading? What if I told you that I actually fixed people with 100% success rate through private mentorships, doing some of the techniques that I'm sharing with you in this course? What if I told you that? Making money in the market is not hard. It's just about carving the right path and walking that path to do so. That's it. That's the hard, figuring that out is the hard part. What path you need to walk down, that's the hard part. I built the entire path for you, ladies and gentlemen. I literally built the yellow brick road. I literally built the thing that you need to walk down. And there's different paths. You could go right, left, straight based on your preference, but there's a pathway for your success. And if I told you actually the type of work that went into the course, how many hours? Easily over 10,000 hours. This is a book that I've been writing for 12 years. This is a book that I've been writing for 12 years. I took the best part of the books. I updated it with today's technology and science and knowledge. And I created it into one thing. And I know almost every single person I'm talking to that's listening now already signed up. It's not about that. I know you guys are in. I know you guys are sold. I'm just telling you what you are about to receive. So, I am absolutely honored to throw this class. And again, 100% of the proceeds I make will go for charitable causes. I went ahead and we gave money to the Gardens of Dreams again. We got a little under $60,000, about $60,000. So I wanted to thank you guys for really you guys who signed up during the last open house. And thank you to some of the traders in this room who really stepped up and gave to it as well. If you're interested in the Garden of Dreams, I can show you. I told you guys that I would show you how you can donate as well. It's called the Garden of Dreams Foundation. And you could just literally go. It's gardenofdreamsfoundation.org. You could just literally type it in on Google. And they really just do some of the most awesome things. I'm a basketball fan. And you have Porzingis hanging out with like the luckiest kid alive. And they just really do good things. They give, they buy birthday gifts for a lot of the inner city kids, a lot of the less fortunate financial situations that kids are in sometimes in these inner cities. They go to like hospitals and they just wow. I mean, it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids, and there's nothing greater in this world than a child's smile, I'll tell you that. And you really feel it once you become a parent. If you're not a parent and you like it, wait till you become a parent one day. It's just the most incredible thing ever. And you can, of course, click Get Involved. And there's a lot of, you could contact. I know the guys here in the contacts, they're just so helpful. And you can, if you're interested, give to the Garden of Dreams Foundation. So, again, there's so many kids in New York who are suffering, and they really just, honestly, like, if you just saw some of these kids, there's a Newsbeat show video I have when they had the Garden of Dreams kids playing basketball in Madison Square Garden before the game began. And I got to spend time with these kids, and they were just, one kid said to me, and I'll never forget, he's like, this is the greatest moment of my life. I don't even know how to thank you guys like that. Like an 8-year-old talking that way to you. It's just, and you lose words. You don't even know what to say. But for your course, any donations will be going again to the Garden of Dreams Foundation. They give 100% of the money that I give at least to charity. So I'm assuming that that's the type of things they give. So again, it's the best charity I know of, and they focus on kids. So make dreams come true. So with that being said, always get a little emotional there when I talk about it. We went into the easy peasy trade real easy. That was the one Clovis trade I did. Our game plan in Forex. Let's go ahead and take a look at our game plan. Just very simple. I gave it literally, it was a name that I purchased at, it was a name that I purchased today at, well, where did I purchase it? 0.242, like 24 and a fifth of a cent. I usually give these very small names during the game plan to help people with small accounts who want to make and create alpha. Try to do it pretty consistently. I also tweet them out. The stock's trading 27 cents. That's like almost like a 10% gain right now. Again, I know we're talking pennies here, but it is a 28-cent stock, and it is gapped up a little in this psychotic market. So giving that one as well. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our Forex. Let me just pull it up. There we go. Let's go right over to it, and here you go. So just trying to make it big so it's easy to read. This is a screenshot from my live Forex account. You get the buy orders. You get my size. These are 4 standard lots. You get to see the symbol of what I'm trading. You get to see the price of it, in this case, where I'm bidding at on every single name. You get my actual stop loss of where I keep my stop loss if I'm wrong. You get my take profit level of where I take my profit if I'm absolutely right. And you get all that, and of course that's for you for free. And you can go ahead and feel free to screenshot that if you wish. So for now, ladies and whoops, no, not that. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going into our full stock analysis. That is for Newsbeat Live members only. If you are interested in joining the Newsbeat Live room, there's some information in the description. If you're up to seeing, one of the most life-changing courses that you can ever be part of, and you want a guaranteed live spot, the majority of people who sign up tomorrow, or rather after tomorrow to be exact, may or may not have a live spot if you sign up through the link that I offered. It's $495. It's going to be between a 5 and a 10-hour course. I'm not sure. It will be held on a Saturday, April 28th. T3 didn't start marketing for it yet. They're actually going to have a webinar so you could see what it's all about tomorrow. And again, you could sign up tomorrow if you wanted a live spot. But once you start going into Thursday and so on, the majority of those people are going to just get a recording of the video, because we can't have 600-700 people in a room, 500, 800. We just simply can't do that, because it's just too many people for me to cater at once. So take advantage of it if you are interested in a live spot. There's some information in the description for how you can sign up. You also, it's normally $1,000. You get $500 off, so it's half off. I think it's like $495 is the total for the class. It should be a life-changing event for you as a human being and as a trader, and will help you definitely make more money in this market. I hope you guys enjoyed the Newsbeat show. Happy trading, make money, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.